Welcome GRD 122 to exercise P3. This is going to be our Jiffy Box Instagram. We're going to make a little Instagram ad with our Jiffy Box and add a little animation to it. And I just thought that would be something easier than trying to work with Camtasia or anything else like we did in the lab in the past, or just doing a flat print ad. So we're going to do that, and we're going to use Canva because that'll be fun to try something else. I have a Canva account. I'm actually here at my Canva homepage. I've never used Canva before. I've looked at it. It doesn't have vector tools, but it's very template based. It's very neat. A lot of people like to use it, and I haven't really done anything with it yet. So I'm just kind of messing around with it. So I thought we can do this together for this little project. So a couple things I want to point out about Canva. I'm logged in right now. Now, if I log out, I just want to show you something. I'm going to sign out, and then I'm going to log back in. Now, I'm going to go over creating an account and all that, but I'm going to log in right now, and I'm going to put in my email, my school email, and then it says it's sending me a code. Now, I guess I never set up a password yet. I guess they'll first give you a code, and then you have to set up your password once you're in. So they just sent me a code. Let me go to email. There it is. My code is this. It'll only be available for 10 minutes, so don't try to use it. So I'll go back here, I'll put in my code, and now I'm in. It logged me in. So it logs you in with a code, but then what you can do afterwards is you could go in here and go to your account settings, and it's over here under login and security, and what you could do is use the password reset page, and that way you can set up your password so you don't always have to use that code. So they'd use that code until you set up a password. So make sure you do that. Anything else here, I don't think you have to worry about right now. You could even change the name you have in here because it gave me a generic name with a HOMA and a number, and then I changed it to HOMA WCCC, so I know it's my school one, and then I'll use my other email for that one. So anyway, I'm going to go through creating an account, but what I want to show you first is what we're going to work on. Now, it's real simple, and I haven't done a lot with Canva, so you may have used it more than me, but we're just going to do something real quick. So I'm going to go back here to Canva. This is my home page. Now they have this little hamburger menu over here, which will bring this stuff up. It's a little like Figma in some ways. And I'm going to go to projects because I created a project. I worked on something with the Jiffy Box. I made an Instagram sample. So this is my sample. I'm going to go through it with you, but I'll just show you what it is. So here it is, and I'll open it up. And like I said, it's kind of like Figma a little bit. We have this kind of area over here. Again, it's very template based, so it's not as easy to do custom work like it is in Figma, which I like doing. But this is very template based. And basically what I have here is a 3-frame kind of document which will animate, which will actually play. So here's the finished product. You ready for this? Now, again, I even used an image that has a watermark on it, but here's the finished product. Now, there's no sound on it. You could put sound on it, but that's it. Ready? So it's 3 frames. I'll do it one more time. Box comes in, another box comes in, new look, same great product, and that's it. So I have a big product, a little product, and I made room for that. So I'll close this up. That's the little preview area. And what we're going to do is bring in our image, and you could bring it in from Figma. You can actually export a JPEG from Figma. We exported a PDF, so it was high res, but you can export a JPEG from Figma as well, so it has all your text. You don't have to go back to Photopea to do that. And we'll just put a background image in here. I just put a farm, just looked for farm, and then I just put 2 text blocks. So I used one here. Now I just use text in here. They have a lot of the Google fonts. They don't have all the families of fonts, so they don't have like black and extra bold and all that. They just have a B button, so it's not really that easy to work with text, but you still have a big variety of fonts to work with. Now down here, this actually is 2 separate things. They don't make strokes on text, so I actually had to put this weird effect on here, which is called, let me see what it's called. There's an effect on here called hollow. It makes hollow type because they don't put stroke on type. They have some other splice thing, but it's really odd. You can't adjust the colors. So I put hollow on one, and then I made a copy of it, and then I just put solid type over top of it. Now, let me grab this one and put it back where it was. So that's all I did to make stroke type. It seems like a lot of work to do it, but that's what I did. So I copied one and just put it over top. And I was able to make these letters bigger and use line spacing. So they do have line spacing and some typography kind of controls here to work with your text. And you can put animation on stuff. So this one, the very first one, has an animation on it called tumble. And if I go to tumble, you can see what it does. If I hover over here, that's what it does. That's tumble. So it tumbles in and it tumbles on enter and it stays there. So for the second frame, I put another one in there and made it smaller so I had room for a headline. And then I just put the new look up there. And then you can copy a page. They call these things pages, but they're really frames. And then you can copy the page and then I put this. So again, all together, it's 3 seconds. Now each page, you can indicate how long it is. So when I go here, they have something, let me go right on the page itself. They have 1 second. And if I go here, you can see each page is going to run for 1 second and you could apply it to all 3 pages. So that's why it's 3 seconds. So there it is. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. That's all you're going to do. So this will be pretty easy other than just getting used to Canva, which I've never used before. So it's a little different than Figma. Some things are the same. What's different about it is you can't do animation in Figma. Now you can download this as a MP4. If you want, and you can also share it with me, and I'll mention that. So let me just close this up here. When you're done, you can just share it, just like you can in Figma. So you can go here, share it, make sure you change this to anyone with link, can edit, whatever, because you don't care if I edit it. So you're going to have to change this, copy link, just like you do with Figma. So you can share this, if you have any problems or whatever. So I'm going to go through creating an account. So let me do that right now. So I'm just going to go back home. Now it auto-saves like Figma. You don't have to save it. And when you go back here, it's just like going back to files in Figma. It'll show up down here. So that's what we'll work on. And we'll have a template to work on so we could use the Instagram. Now I'm going to log out and I'm going to create a new account just to show you how you do it and just to see if there's any issues. So I'm going to go to sign up. And I'm going to use my regular home email. rmhoma45 at Gmail, and they'll help create an account if you don't have one. So I'm going to create an account. So I don't have one, and I'll just put they sent a code. So let me go to my phone. So my code is 666931. Again, it'll only last for 10 minutes. So, and now I'm logged in to my new account. So that was easy. And I'm just going to put student here. I'll call myself a student. And I'll just put professional development. I don't know what else I need here. I'm going to skip all this stuff. I don't need all this team stuff. Oh, look at that. That's wonderful. All right, so over here, I'm going to go into my account settings. And I could even change the name. So if I put in Richard there, I'm just going to put in rmhoma. So I know that's my Gmail because I also have a RCN email. And also, if I wanted to set up a password so I don't have to get a code every time, I'll hit save there. I can go in here, log in security, and I could set up my password. I'll do that later. But anyway, that's how you set up an account. You can go back to here. If you go back to Canva, you're still logged in. We're not going to work with Teams or anything, just like in Figma. We're not going to work with Teams. And you will see some stuff here that's going to tell you need to upgrade. We're not going to use Canva Pro. We'll just try out the Canva free and see how it works. And actually, I'll start creating a design in the next video, but that's creating an account. So just remember to go and set up a password in your login and security settings. So if you want to set up a password, make sure you go to account settings, go here, do the password reset page. So you do a password so you don't have to do a code each time and have to be checking your email. That will be easier to log in. So that's creating a account, and this is for whatever course. We're using it in GRD 122 right now, but we could use it in other courses as well, just to do some design work or anything we may have to do in here, because there's a lot of things you could do in Canva. It's just you can't do vector in here, and it's very template based. So I just wanted to point that out, but a lot of people use it, a lot of people like it, a lot of cool things we could do in here, probably some things we can't do in Figma here, but there's things we could do in Figma that we can't do here. So in the next video, I'll show you how to create your Instagram page. I'll show you how to bring your JPEG out of Figma into here, and you could even copy stuff right into here. So it works pretty easy. So we're going to do that in the next video. So that's getting started with Canva.